We have offered on the program this morning grief counseling because it's known all across Wyoming. Even people in Laramie, including our own sports guy, David, has commented that he knows about Eileen's cookies. And I know about it because, well, I was there on a regular basis right next door at the smoke shop enjoying the cigar lounge there. And boy, what a busy store. Yesterday, suddenly they were closed. I mean, just suddenly. They announced end of the day, 6 o'clock, done, unforeseen circumstances, closed. Wow, what a shock to the community. And so for those who wanted to call the program and cry it out, I completely understand. And so with that in mind, because knowing that the community is grieving over a business that's been there for 25 years, by the way, I sent out word to Mayor Marion Orr to make a statement. Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning, Glenn. How are you?
Very good. It is actually, I'm doing this tongue-in-cheek, but, 25 years in business in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Wow, that was a shock to everybody.
Well, it really was, and as you reported, it was done very quickly. I have not had the opportunity to talk to the owners. I'm sad. I certainly enjoyed, actually, they're really, really big cookies for special occasions. 25 years, they've been a big part of our community. They've been a big part of family celebrations for that long. And from what I understand, there are some health issues with the owner. He did have it for sale, apparently, for a few months, didn't have any buyers. It's a very popular franchise. So maybe somebody else will be able to take up the reins in the future. But I just wish the owner and his family, better health and better days ahead.
Yeah, I was kind of worried that it was a family emergency, something like that, because the way they suddenly closed. So and part of my wish this morning was that somebody would pick up the business because you got good employees there who know the community. Some of these employees have been there I know you see some young people behind the counter, but there's some people who've been there for a good long time. Right. And so they know what we like. And yeah, like you said, you can go in and get the gourmet cookies, or if you got a big celebration going on, or just someone that you're trying to love up to, especially if you're a guy who decided that, enough was showing up with flowers, let's show up with something different. You get a big heart cookie, something like that. So this, has been around for a long time. And like I said, since I was a regular at the shop next to it, I always thought they should put a revolving door in rather than just a regular door. It was that busy. So I would assume that you have gone there to buy specialty items yourself, right?
I have in the past, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. How many times did you go there just to bust your diet? Come on, fess up.
I'm not giving in.
Okay, you're not coughing up that information. Okay, so now I know that if they're closing suddenly that fast, and I know as mayor there's really not a whole lot you can do other than maybe we just put the plea out there, could somebody just go ahead and buy up Eileen's cookies? But is there any other cookie shops in town that you know that can pick up the slack?
Well, we do have a new cookie store. It's Mary's Mountain Bakery and Cookies in downtown Cheyenne. They've just recently opened. So if people want specialty cookies, there's a new place downtown for that. I've had a few of their cookies, and they those are waistline busters as well.
So they are mayor approved.
They do have my approval.
They do have. Okay, good. Now, so for those people who want to find that cookie shop, where exactly in downtown? Do you remember the street it's on?
It's on Lincoln Way.
Lincoln Way, okay.
Yep, it's on Lincoln Way. I believe between Cary and Pioneer on the south side of the street.
Okay, well, good then. You can go ahead and get your secret cookie fix that we won't talk about in public anyway, and at least that'll keep everything going. Yeah.
Again, Eileen. Eileen's Colossal Cookies, great franchise.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, probably a good business opportunity for an entrepreneur out there.
I would hope. That's why I'm kind of talking about this tongue-in-cheek today. I'm really hoping somebody will hear this and think, it's got everything ready to go. I mean, it's a turnkey operation. It's even got the staff who's willing to go back to work today. So if some entrepreneur wants to get a business back up and running that has everything, including a customer base that is sorry to see them close, all you got to do is go figure out where to pick up the purchase on this sucker, and you're in business like by the end of the day.
That would be my understanding.
All right. Well, thank you for helping us, Marion, with the grieving process.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
All right, you too. It's Mayor Marion Orr calling in about that. Again, I'm kind of doing this tongue-in-cheek, but in all seriousness, hope the family's doing well. because they suddenly closed means it sounds like they might have had a bit of an emergency there. And again, you think of not just from the customer end, but from the employee end. There are employees who would love to have shown up to work today, but there's nothing there. So if you're in the Cheyenne area or anywhere within the sound of my voice and you were looking for a business that is a total turnkey operation, think about this. Everything is ready to go right now. Everything. Including seasoned employees who can teach you how to run the business. Customer base, ready to go. It's all set. All you got to do is just go ahead and pay. They were trying to sell it anyway. Is just pick up where they left off yesterday. Steve is in Cheyenne as a small business owner. Apparently you own several small businesses, right?
Oh, I do, Glenn. How are you today?
Very good, sir. What you got?
Good. Yeah, my heart goes out to the owners of Eileen's Cookies. It's a sad thing. But the reason I wanted to call is basically a lot of people don't understand what goes on behind a small business. They just, hey, they make great cookies, I'm going to go there. I go there. People don't understand that it's when you own a small business, you're the plumber, you're the electrician, you're the human resource person, you're the accountant, you're the production manager, you're everything. And it gets really tough, So a lot of times, unfortunately, people like myself, and again, I don't know what's going on with Eileen's Cookies. My thoughts and prayers are with them. But there's been other businesses where people basically just work themselves in the ground.
Yeah.
They get overwhelmed, and it's kind of a sad, tragic story to sit back and watch. And I say that because my wife and I are in the same boat. We go by every day, and we talked about this after hearing about Eileen's Cookies yesterday. How long do we keep this up? I mean, how long do we go until just one sickness and one of us out of this business, and we're done too?
Yeah.
And people say, well, just hire more people. Well,
that's
sounds
expensive.
So easy.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. A business, especially a small business, someone sees that you own a business right away, they think, oh, you're rich.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and here's the next part of this. Is another aspect to that a lot of people don't realize. Let's say you owned a small business in Cheyenne, and your business brought in $1 million a year. So they would assume, well, obviously you have $1 million. No, you don't.
No.
You're lucky if you're scraping by. So it's what you bring in has nothing to do with what you get to keep. And then they don't seem to understand. I know a husband and wife couple that bought an old country store up in the mountains of the Carolinas because they fell in love with the store. And it's so romantic. It looks so romantic. Then they got to the point where they literally were never able to leave the place.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw just funny you mentioned that, an ad the other day for Spotify or some kind of online store that you go, and it said, take what you love, talking about pottery. Take what you love and sell it and make money. Say, okay, now the more successful you are at selling what you love, next thing you know, that owns you, and next thing you know, you hate what you love.
Okay, well, here's a great analogy of this one then. For those people who love cooking, and you've always dreamed of owning your own restaurant and being a chef. Well, let me ask you, which do you want to do? You want to own the restaurant or you want to be the chef? Because you're not going to be able to do both.
It's tough, yeah. And let me tell you, while you're touching on that, I heard you talking earlier, if there is anybody who is interested in a turnkey business, you will not ever find a better one than this.
Oh, yeah. Well, think about it.
You have, because we've talked about selling our business on multiple occasions, and we probably will eventually, but you have got the employees there. You have got the know-how right at your fingers. And it's, again, most of the time when people buy a turnkey business, a lot of times they're getting in there and they're realizing turnkey is not as easy as that sounds. You still got to figure everything out.
Well,
this is not that situation. You can go in there and pick this business up and definitely be a asset to this community. But I just wanted to touch base with you because my thoughts and prayers are with those people, and not just the people with Eileen's Cookies. The people at other businesses that are just mom and pop. They're trying to do everything right. They're going by the books. They're paying their taxes. They're doing everything they can to be an asset to their community. And then one day they wake up and think, "Wow, it's over." So it's very tough.
It is
tough.
really tough to own a business, and I appreciate that you do own, a few going there in Cheyenne. So that's a lot of hard work. Hopefully, are you making it? Are you doing well?
Oh yeah, we're doing fine. But
good.
We're putting in a lot of hours. the other day I was working to about 11 o'clock at night, and then
Yep.
I had to get up, and I was back at it about 7:30 in the
See,
morning.
there you go. That's owning
You know,
a small business for you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you do. And unfortunately, I can't afford, tons of benefits. I can't afford to pay
Right.
college tuition and all that stuff. When a grocery store can do that just to have somebody sack their groceries. They
Yeah.
got that backing behind them. So
Okay.
kudos to all the small business people out there.
All right. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
Lynn.
It was a really good call. Well, and again, think about that. For those people who might want to open up your own business in Cheyenne, Wyoming, Eileen's is up for sale. It's sitting there ready to go. You have a staff that already knows exactly what to do. Everything was just left. So all you have to do is just get into the business and let the employees teach you how to run it.